Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Hellenica. We are here to talk to Socrates. Is it true? Is he really gone? I heard it was the Theban that did it. He snuck in on the railroad. What's going to happen to us without his leadership? Oh, we might be too late. Remember what the pirates said about Socrates, you don't think? Let's get to the Acropolis as soon as possible. Helleus. Okay. Citizens and friends, it is with heavy heart that I must announce the rumors are true. Wise Socrates has been murdered in his chambers by an unknown assassin, who looks suspiciously like me. Most likely. By Zeus, no! Who did it? Was it a Theban? What's going to happen to us? It was an unknown I just said, unknown assassin! That means I don't know who did it. My friends, though Socrates and I were rhetorical foes, I knew him to be a great man and true ally of Athens. His death is an immeasurable loss for us all, but an immeasurable gain for me specifically. Yet Socrates will not launch his legacy to one of idle mourning. He will want us to come together, and so we shall. Let every man in Athens join us in our quest for justice. Whatever foreign power thought they could scare us by murdering our beloved first citizen, will learn firsthand the strength of Athenian steel. For the pain they've inflicted on us today, they will pay 100-fold. As Socrates so often reminded us, the strength of Athens is in its people, and we will not be intimidated. This dark day is a time to ask ourselves difficult questions. While the rail and steamship travel have brought us prosperity, it has also diluted our culture with foreign ideas, and allowed foreign agents to strike at our hearts. We must also question those that have had dealings with foreign powers. If they're innocent, they have nothing to fear, and any inconvenience is a price we must pay to ensure our safety and justice for Socrates' murder. For we will not forget Socrates, and fellow citizens, I will allow no power in Greece, from the British Spartans to those Theban upstarts, to stand in the way of Athens' righteous destiny. And within a matter of hours, this entire city will be consumed in riots, carried out in my name. Ha 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 ha. That snake. He's using Socrates' death for his own schemes. We don't even know who killed Socrates, and I doubt he's interested in finding out. Fiona, this is really bad. Without Socrates, Athens might descend into chaos and declare war on Sparta or Thebes. Maybe both. Thebes. Definitely Thebes. And who knows the kind of damage the Luddite mobs might wreak on the Theomechanist here, and who knows what they'll do to me? Don't worry, Nefel. I'll figure something out. Skylax, are you still around here? Arctos, did you need something? Our situation has changed. I'm not even sure we'll be able to make it out of Athens safely the way Calais is rallying the mobs. Though it pains me to admit it, we could use the kind of fool who will stand with us regardless of the odds. It is a privilege to fight by your side. Maybe on this journey I can finally... Just thank you, Arctos. My name's Fiona. Okay. Alcibiades, what are you doing here? We just saw you in Sparta. Desperate man. Plato. This is a disaster. I don't know what to do. I've got to find Socrates' letters. With them missing, their secret is in jeopardy, but how can I... You need help? Yes, I mean, no. Losing the letters was bad enough. I can't further betray their trust by revealing their secret. Oh dear. Alcibiades, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be romping around some forest bog or something? We wanted to talk to Socrates. Oh, you did? Well, so did everyone else in Athens, and now we can't. It's fallen to us Alcmeonids to see Athens through this difficult time. Can't your family stop the political games for just one day out of respect for Socrates? Listen, Socrates was one of the only men in Athens I trusted to give good advice. When I learned of his death, I felt as though the walls of my soul had collapsed in on themselves. But I can't afford to mourn his passing. My family needs me to act as an Alcmeonid and help them fill the power vacuum. We're going to show the assembly strength and leadership. We're going to find out which of the rival cities killed Socrates and make them pay. But you don't even know who the assassin was. How can you just go assuming it was Thebes or Sparta? At times like this, what matters to the masses is that we take bold action, whether we actually catch the killer is secondary. The Alcmenionidae will give them the righteous response they seek, and from this tragedy Athens will be reforged as a military machine. I don't like you. You should probably flee Athens, dear girl. The reactionary Luddites were gaining momentum already. Now they have a gruesome spectacle to point at when evangelizing the good old days before the age of steam. And since the assassin wouldn't have been able to kill Socrates without the aid of Theomechani, you just made that up. There's no evidence any Theomechani were even involved at all. And who's the assembly going to believe? Some young girl from a remote fishing village? Actually, we're mostly shepherds. Or the Alcmenionids, who have been managing the city's affairs for over 100 years. But that's not fair. Cry to your sheep about it, but if you follow your life, you'll leave Athens now. On my honor as a Spartan, if you say another threatening word to my companion, I will kill you where you stand. You would strike down nobility the day after our first citizen was murdered. It's difficult for me to think of a stupider course of action. For a foreigner. You could even get to court before a mob tears you apart in the streets. There's no doubt you're simply from death. A Spartan isn't afraid to die, and of course your companions would be accessories to murder. I can't imagine anyone would be so unpatriotic as to speak up for them in this troubled time, when Athens needs unity above all else. I'm glad we understand each other. On that note, I have places to be. I hope I won't see you in Athens after today for your sake. New path unlocked. Curious what that is. It doesn't growl like that unless it's protecting its prize. We should follow Alcibiades to see what he's hiding. I want to. I can't believe he's gone. Hey, what are you doing all right? It felt like the Golden Age could never end when Socrates was around. That no matter how bad things got with the Luddites or whatever vitriol Calais was spewing in the assembly, that Socrates would always be there to rally every Athenian's better nature. Now that he's gone, I don't know what will happen. Socrates always told me that he wouldn't live forever, that one day it would fall to younger men like me to carry Athens through its trials to the next book. Excuse me. I told him I didn't even know if I could ever shoulder the duties he did, but he just laughed and said, you can, sooner than you think. Steam power was actually a possibility very vague in that time period. They were lacking infrastructure and interest, really. They used steam power to make little toys. They didn't understand they didn't think they had greater applications than that. But they also didn't have the manufacturing infrastructure necessary to make better use of it. But the concepts and the techniques already existed. But I'm not ready. I don't know how to appease the Luddites. I don't know how to find this murderer. Athens is tumbling towards chaos and war, and I'm completely helpless to stop it. Well, you won't accomplish anything. Decide for yourself. Fiona! He needs to hear this. I understand the need to mourn when one of your pack falls, but your home is in danger of falling apart around you. It seems like the only men with any conviction are those that would burn Athens down to fuel their own ambitions. Athens needs you, but I don't know what to do. What would Socrates say? Socrates, he would say even the path to Olympus is a first step. So what's your first step? I know. After all of Calais' firebrand speeches rallying against foreigners for Socrates' death, there are going to be riots. If I go to the Agora, maybe I can head off some of the mobs gathering there. I don't have Socrates' skill with words, but they're still Athenians. Maybe I can help them see reason. May Hermes lend you his voice. And Ares his strength. The god of war? So you might stand and give your speeches without fear. Thanks. Is there anything around that we can look at? Nope. Thank you. I don't think I could have pulled myself together without you. And Socrates would have been disappointed if I had given up. Ah, you're welcome. But you would have figured it out on your own eventually. Maybe. I've got to get to the Agora. By the way, I don't know what your future plans are, but if you find yourself in Rhodes, tell Athenagoras what happened to you. If Athens is in turmoil like this, he might be the last bastion of reason in Greece, and the only person who can help us. What about Thebes? Thebes isn't a city as much as an assembly line. They wouldn't douse our fires unless it helped them build their railroad. No, you should head to Rhodes if you can. King Epigoras and Socrates may not always have seen eye to eye, but he's still a noble ruler. Maybe he could. Diona, Epigoras helped Rhodes build the elevated docks. I know, but that's not the time to go chasing your idols. It's more than that, though. He's a wise and just ruler. We could count on him to do something about those Luddites. Okay. I think we got unlocked both neutral tabs. Okay. Wolf doesn't ground like that unless it's protecting some prize. We should follow Alcibiades and see what he's hiding. We don't have time for Plato's prejudices. Whatever their cultural differences, Thebes wouldn't want Athens to descend into chaos. We'll let them know what's happening here. Come on, Diona. This is our chance to meet Epigoras. He'll know what to do about Elias and these crazy Luddites. Okay. We are going to go follow Alcibiades. I doubt he'd appreciate our company. He basically threatened us last time he talked. Yes, it's as though he wants us out of his business for some reason. You think he's involved in Socrates' murder? Careful, Arctos. Murderer or not, that snake still has venom. Interesting. My crew is ready. What do you need? If word of my actions here reach mainland Greece, there could be complications. Why'd you announce your arrival then? Mainlanders don't put much stock in sea dog tales. But if you see anyone who looks respectable, make sure they don't leave the island. By Zeus! I have never been grateful to arrive at a pirate haven. Anything's better than the rocking of a boat. Better get your legs back quickly, Spot, and we've got work to do. Well, look at this. A couple well-dressed folks with scarcely a flea on them. Time to earn our pay. There we go, brass. Nothing like throttling some pirates to get you feeling like yourself again. Oh, push a barrel onto 5. I've done this one before? Defeat all the pirates. Win without being backstabbed. Push a barrel onto 5 enemies. Why is all of this unlocked? I don't have any new skills. Win without being backstabbed. Push a barrel onto 5 enemies. Okay. There is a lot of backstabbing that's going on. Oh, that shows where they can move. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. That's a bad position there. Yeah. $42 out of 42 health. Cauterize. You don't have much health. Oh dear, this may have been a mistake. Yeah, 10 points of magic. Oh, that's cool. Ow. Ow. Okay. What would happen if I hit you? Would you not move? Okay. they actually stab that. Okay. Nice. You're still going to shoot somebody. Nice. That's one less stabby person. Ow. Okay. No. Yeah. There we go. This is going to be a little bit on the dangerous side. Woohoo! Got you. Oh, I'm gonna get backstabbed. Ow. Twice. Yeah. Ow. Ow. Oh! Okay. Can I shoot somebody? Yeah, I can shoot you. Nice. Ow. Ow. So a lot of backstabbing going on. There we go. Go for it. Snipe away. There we go. Just the one. I think we've got this. Though I didn't push barrels on anybody and I got backstabbed. Boy, did I ever get backstabbed. No. There. Go for it. Ah, there's teamwork for you. Huzzah. Except we let skylights go down. Okay, continue. Oh, I remember that. That was about the welcome I expected from this coast island. We've been here before. Anyway, we need to figure out what Alcibiades is doing here. Blow cautiously, Arctos. We're chasing a viper in a snake's nest. I've never seen a port so busy. Boats being loaded and unloaded? I wonder if... Hey! Out of the way, steam cheeks! Ah! Let's get outside the loading zone before investigating further. Pirates pushing their way to and fro. It seems most of these vessels are loading up for a journey, possibly a long one. Yes, this is going to be... Ah, hello, Alcibiades. Alcibiades, what are you doing here? And you are... Oh, that Mechanist brat from the Agora. I guess the pirates are just letting anyone in these days. Given the history of conflict between the pirates and the Athenian Navy, I'm surprised they would let you dock here. Well, my dear, gold has a way of making friends, and the Alcmaeonidae have a way of making gold. But what are you doing here? I thought you were busy forcing the Alcmaeonids' righteous agenda on Athens. I am, after a fashion. You see, it's not just about one murder, but the forces that precipitated it, which would be me. If Athens' leaders are to ever be safe, we must put a stop to foreign troublemakers, because we surely cannot count on our neighbors to do so. We can't even count on them to provide foreign troublemakers. Can you imagine how difficult it is to raise the populace against people when our neighbors will do nothing against us? It is most distressing. Thus, Calais and the Alcmaeonidae have decided we must take a more active role in foreign policy. This entails some negotiations between Athens and the somewhat disreputable denizens of this isle. There is no way pirates would join your navy. They came here to escape you. By Zeus, I wouldn't dream of enlisting these vagabonds in our navy. I'm simply here to inform that certain Greek colonies have fallen out of Athenian favor, and without the protection of Athens' navy, well, they would be easy prey indeed. But when those pirates get to those towns, they'll... You monster! Monster? Ha! Huh. You obviously don't know politics. People fail to understand how much good Athens has done them. We take Athens for granted, but no more. If they want Athens' protection against the pirates, they will have to abide by Athens' ways. That's not justice. You're just using Socrates' death to seize power. I would hold my tongue if I were you, or you may just experience Grecian justice firsthand. Grecian justice? Skip the trial and just go straight to the labyrinth. Eek! We've been there before. Okay, so my timer did just go up, so I am going to go to a new video. See you in a little bit.